And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Here with Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And we're pleased to have a legend of the game at the broadcast table with us, Candace Parker. Hey, Candace.
Hey, thanks for allowing me to join you all today. I appreciate it.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. Taking a look at the 76ers, sitting fourth in the conference early on and looking to move into that top tier.
Checking out Philadelphia, when you think about it, everyone expected them to be an elite team. Now, obviously, they've had problems thus far, but there's still a lot of time left for them to turn this season around.
Without question, I mean, their expectations may have been a little outsized, but this is a terrific team, and even that doesn't mean you'll win every game.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Curry and Green, the 2 and the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Maxey in at point guard. And for Los Angeles, LeBron James out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Bazemore in at the 3. Candace, the Lakers were able to get LeBron James and then Anthony Davis to join the team. How huge is the draw for players to come and play in LA?
Well, first and foremost, it's LA. It's the city of angels. You win here, you are a winner forever. And to play with guys, especially LeBron James, who's a willing passer, he makes his teammates better. And Anthony Davis definitely has a solid future here with LA. I mean, I would love to join them.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Pass to Harris. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Harris on the wing. Check by James. And there is a whistle. That goes on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
Now here is James. A top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. Now Philadelphia with it. Well, Candace, you'd be hard-pressed to find a player who's transformed as many teams as LeBron James. Entire franchises have changed overnight when he's come to town.
Yes, and that's the impact that LeBron James has had on basketball in general. I mean, on the court, yes, but even off the court, if you think of what he's accomplished. This is a guy that you want to be your teammate. This is a guy that obviously has etched his name as one of the greats in NBA basketball.
And the first player to earn $1 billion in his career.
And that's a lot of money, B.A.
And Philadelphia has possession after the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Bazemore, Green covering. Here's Davis. No good there. Some solid defense from Drummond. Down low. Here's Harris. Good work defensively by James.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
And Candace, we've seen a lot of rules changed in basketball recently. What do you think's made the most difference?
I think the biggest difference, especially within the NBA and the WNBA, is the defensive 3 seconds. You know, it really speeds up the game. It's important to be able to, you know, continue to stretch the defense, and you can't set your big in the lane. They have to come out. So I think that's made the biggest change in what we're seeing the game being played as today.
That free throw, good from James.
You know, I am so impressed by LeBron's longevity in the NBA. His continued dominance is really remarkable.
And it's Maxey missing.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Davis. Oh, Drummond with a block.
Drummond likes to be in the middle of the action at both ends of the floor, playing defense and gobbling up rebounds. He makes a lot of good defensive plays. Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Maxey. Drummond to screen on Westbrook. Here's Maxey. Second chance effort. James with the block.
And when you think of the most critical block shots in NBA history, LeBron has a couple of them. Most notably, that chase down block of Iguodala in Game 7.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Maxey. Outside, Green. 4 on the clock. Drummond passes to Curry. Trying to get back on track. His shot that time not on target. And the Lakers going the other way now. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Last season, they got swept in a 2-game season series against this opponent. I'm sure they're looking for payback tonight.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
And AD, obviously somebody who can play the 4 or the 5 for you. In which role do you think he's more effective, Candace?
AD is effective at both, but at the same time, you know, he has an advantage when 5s guard him and when they're forced to guard him, because you honestly have 5 people on the court that are capable of bringing the ball up. So I would say AD playing against a bigger guy that has to step away from the hoop is definitely to the Lakers' advantage.
And the statistics show when AD's at the 5, the Lakers are at their best.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
They just can't stop this run.
And honestly, the more empty trips they have, the more they feel the pressure.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's hear it, fans. All right, look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are, your Laker girls. All right, look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are, your Laker girls.
And it's a completely new group for the Lakers. The 76ers making a switch here. Well, Candace, it's got to be great to have a daughter who can experience your career and achievements right alongside with you.
It's nothing like it. It's nothing like having to do what you say. Anytime I tell her a lesson or something, you know, there's always an ability to go on the computer and make sure mommy is doing what she says. So it's been a great experience. You know, all of my trophies, all of my accomplishments have been with Layla, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because it's really honestly us.
Well, maybe the best way to describe Candace Parker. She's a great mom. Count it.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up.
Anthony outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
13 feet out. Milton, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. This run now up to 13-2. Back to Anthony. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's the Lakers now. Jordan the screen. It's stolen. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. Milton for three. He can't get that one to fall. And the Lakers going the other way now.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Korkmaz. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Rebound, the Lakers. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Anthony outside. Just 3 on the clock. And he drops it in from the low post. Anthony's got his second basket of the game. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And here in the early going, LeBron James seems pleased with how his team is settling in.
Sharp. You know, we had some, you know, just early getting back into the flow of things, which every team in the NBA goes through that. But, you know, what coaches asked us to do, we've done it. We've done it at a high level, and I think everyone is coming in great shape. Guys look good. They're performing well.
Well, Grant, high expectations for sure.
Well, any team with LeBron James on it, you're going to have some high expectations for sure.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. Green and Harris, the forwards. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Drummond in at the 5. It's stolen by Drummond. Pass to Maxey. LeBron with the rebound.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, when speaking about LeBron James, Commissioner Adam Silver said he's certainly one of the league's hardest workers, which has as much to do with the success of his career as anything else. Also, off the court, it's incredible what he's done. He is a marvel in so many ways, but it all comes back to his focus and his dedication.
Thanks, Allie. Well, Candace, we're seeing a lot more national broadcast of WNBA games. Great to see that enhanced spotlight on the women's game right now.
Yes, visibility is so important. You can't understand what you're not able to see, and so it's going to be crucial for our game's growth to continue to have that.
Now here's Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And for the Lakers, they're shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Pass to James. Over Harris. That's tipped. For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And here's Drummond. Back to Maxey. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. From deep. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Los Angeles ball.
And a quick look at the teams who repeatedly get the job done from the line. Second, the 76ers.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Davis, he's checked in for Jordan, and it's Bradley in for Monk. James outside. And watching LeBron today, Candace, it's like watching him 10 years ago. When he's feeling 100%, he's as dominant as he's ever been.
And he has not lost a step. He reminds you as he attacks the rim, you know, and just gets up almost as high as he did 10 years ago. He's discovered the fountain of youth. I'm convinced.
Yeah, no question about that. No good on that one. The 76ers making a switch here. Korkmaz is checked in. And he sinks the second.
And, you know, this guy simply does not age. LeBron remains a dominant force in this league despite being in the league since 2003.
Here's Maxey. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Green finds Drummond. And it's blocked by Davis. And for the Lakers, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Davis a screen. Here's Bazemore. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Andre Drummond.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
At the line for two.
First free throw is good. Well, you think about how important bench play is in the modern game. Candace, how big of a boost is it for a starter when the bench plays well?
When the bench comes in and raises the level of play, it definitely makes your job easier. When you have a bench that you can depend on, a team that plays against the starters constantly in practice to make them better, it just makes the overall team and the energy go up.
Can certainly add to the depth and buy some quality rest. And that's good as he hits both shots.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Curry gets the bucket.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
Westbrook against Curry. Very pretty alley-oop. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Here's Bradley. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. And the shot is good by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his first points of the night.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Niang. Back to Maxey.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first half of this game.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Here's Bazemore. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. To the middle. Kicks it out to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by Anthony. Korkmaz, no good. Well, Candace, thanks so much for joining us and sharing your insights into the game.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
What impresses you about Candace? She's so invested in helping the game grow in a positive direction.
Well, you know, I think in an interview she was quoted as saying, do good, be good, give back. Well, he walks that talk, boy, and walks it well.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Howard comes in for Bazemore, and it's Rondo in for Westbrook. Pass to Davis. Anthony with it. And too long on the shot. 44 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Maxey. He's guarded by Anthony. Here's Korkmaz. 9 points for him in his last game. Here's Niang. And Davis with the block.
No, sir, don't bring that in here. AD having none of that. What an imposing figure he is defensively.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Pass to Bradley. Three-pointer. And another three for the Lakers. And so it's Los Angeles with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back with you shortly.
And as we welcome you to the studio, we call your attention to the top performers for each team in the first half. Question for either of you. Were there guys around the league you enjoyed matching up with?
You know what? I always like playing Shaq because he's so exceptional and he presented such unique challenges. I even would say that Keem, let me guard him sometime to make it even more challenging.
Well, I would love playing Kenny, Ernie. You know why?
Well, why?
Because he can't guard me.
And time now to acknowledge what was a tremendous half of play for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Man, this was a brawl inside. Shaq, I know you like this. Man, and guys were sacrificing their bodies, making plays through contests, just wearing the hard hat. That's how this game's gotten out of hand so far.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, you gotta like what Carmelo Anthony has done in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, Grant, starting your career in the 50s. Oh, you know what I mean. Actually, 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
Really, BA, the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
Avery Bradley out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Maxey. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Bazemore. Pass to Westbrook. Drummond against James. It's stolen by Drummond. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Drummond. The Lakers with a rebound. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Harris. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. It's going to be on LeBron James.
That's his first
foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages him to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Monk, he's checked in for Bradley. Milton's checked in for the Sixers. Pass to Drummond. Drummond to screen on James. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Drummond.
You know, as you add experience, you start to see the floor better. That was a sweet find by Drummond.
Well, Grant, at this point in his career, I think it's safe to say Andre Drummond will go down as one of the game's premier rebounders.
Yeah, you just don't call him a specialist because there's a lot more to Drummond's game than just rebounding. Rim protection, points in the paint. He does just about everything you want in a big man. When he's on the floor, he lightens the load on every other member of their front court.
The 76ers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Milton passes to Harris. Curry against Monk. Outside Curry. Pass to Milton. Lets it go from deep. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Seth Curry.
And all of a sudden, his 3-ball has left him. It's been a rough stretch for him the past 5 games. His percentage from downtown isn't near what it once was, but he's not going to give up. He'll try to get it going here today.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. James against Harris. 4 on the clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on LeBron James.
Yeah, you know, you can't get overly physical with Harris because once you do, he turns it against you and uses it for his good.
The free throw drops for Harris.
And for those of you who have followed Harris, he's been in the league a decade now. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has been, and he's rock solid.
Reed's checked in for the Sixers. Korkmaz comes in for Curry. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And over his 10 years, Clark, Harris has been remarkably reliable.
Yeah, he's as consistent as they come, B.A. He's going to score the ball, he'll rebound, he'll defend. I think he's better now at just making the next pass. And he does it all with a high degree of efficiency.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you. Here's Rondo, following the score by Philadelphia. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Milton. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Let's have a look at the teams who have been shooting the ball the most consistently these past 10 games. The Sixers 3rd, 4th, the Lakers.
Both teams shooting with great confidence as of late. These guys don't waste opportunities.
Pass to Anthony. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Back to Anthony. Lets the three fly. Yes, sir. Great play by Rondo to set him up. Rondo, he's got 4 assists in the game. 1:31 left in the third quarter. They set the pick. Milton passes to Harris. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. Pass to Rondo. Back to Monk. Here's Rondo. Now here's Monk. Out to the wing. Anthony, the pass to Monk. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rondo. Off the mark there with a 3. The 76ers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Milton passes to Harris. To the inside. Reed doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Jordan. Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Pass to Anthony. 23 seconds left in the third. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Milton passes to Green. Outside Milton. To halt the run. Howard grabs the miss.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And now we take a listen in to a recent huddle from Frank Vogel.
Our closer is our tempo. Intelligent tempo. Let's still run. 1, 2, 3.
And that's Frank Vogel asking his guys to dictate the pace and ramp it up a little bit.
Yeah, he wants them to push the action, but be really smart about how they do it. Aggressive, yes. Careless, no.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. They've got Seth Curry, and it's Bassie in at the 5, roaming the paint. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Pass to Ellington. Fader on the way. And it's Niang with the rebound.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And the shot's good. Niang's gotten his first basket of the night.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Now here's Rondo. He's closely guarded. They retain possession. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. The shot's good.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Here's Springer. Pass to Curry. It's deflected. Here's Ellington. And Grant, throughout your career, you mostly played in the smaller markets. Do you think the league is doing enough to help them compete?
I think so. I mean, look, Milwaukee just won a championship. An incredible season they had last year. I think they're doing the right thing between revenue sharing, the salary cap, the luxury tax. And remember, the players' union will always favor freedom of movement for its players.
Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Westbrook comes in for Rondo. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Maxi's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Bradley grabs the board.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them. And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning, I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
And another miss by Philadelphia. For Los Angeles, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Rebound by the 76ers. They'll be off to Indiana for a meeting with the Pacers after this one. And they've got a lot of road games ahead. That's game 2 of 7 on this trip. Here's Maxey. Tries to break his ice. Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part is bringing down the whole squad.
Count it.
Westbrook has really honed his ball handling skills, so now he's able to create very well off the dribble.
So it's Philadelphia now. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Pass to Springer. Back to Maxey. Looking to end the drought. And Davis with the block. And here's Westbrook. Well, Grant, it seems like each year play in the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, BA, what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
Here's Maxey. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. That one is off. Westbrook with the defensive effort. Pass to Bradley. Now here's Westbrook. Defense is right there. Misses in close. And here are the Sixers now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. For 3, Maxey knocks it down from distance.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
The chess match between these coaches just getting started. They face off 3 times, so we'll see how they both adjust when they meet later in the year against the 76ers.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Davis. Here's Bradley. Here's Dumboya. From 11 feet away. The rebound by Henry. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the paint. Here's Niang. Dumboya grabs a miss. And the Lakers have possession. Westbrook outside. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
A big thank you to all.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
This possible. Please
Anthony, it was a great team victory tonight. What satisfied you most about this win?
We just played hard. You know, we just played for each other. The ball was moving, wasn't sticking. And, you know, guys made the right plays. You know, and that's what we've been doing all night, all season. And, you know, I'm just glad we came out with the win.
Selfless basketball is a beautiful thing, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Last but not least, here is your New Balance Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.